Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Marvelous. That's right, my friends. How are we? Science Bear, DJ, Dropout, A, Christina, Gunmetal, hello. How's Gunmetal? It's been a while. I hope you're well. I am fantastic, sort of. I'm all right. Boz. Hi. I've heard about your shenanigans on fucking the internet, Boz. You've been setting up group chats and talking shit about people, apparently. How interesting. But how are you, Boz? I hope you're all right. Welcome, Andy. How are you? Big love and hugs to you as well, mate. Juro. Stephen Tampton. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. It's doing rather well for a video of mine. Oh, no, you too. What's this? I just heard about it. I'm not on Instagram or anything like that. It's not me. No, not just you. No, you're right. No, it would be unfair to just say it was just you, but we've all seen the screenshots, like. But there are some sly devils out there. Or they're not. Some rascals. But here we are. I hope everyone's all right. I hope you're all right, Buzz. Dushan, Tripler. I've got my slippers on tonight. It's fucking freezing. Spill the beans, Boss, says Stephen. It was mostly Bilbo. Bilbo wouldn't do such an evil deed. I suspect Boz. Evil Boz. That should be a new name. Evil Boz. Boz has turned heel. He's turned heel. I'm going to smack someone with a steel chair in a minute. Dushan is wearing Dior Intense, the first batch. I've got a bottle of that. I need to wear the second batch first. It was... what did I wear today? Oh, fuck me, what did I wear? Oh, L'Eau d'Ambre Extrême by L'Artisan Parfumeur. Allow me to show you. There it is. L'Eau d'Ambre Extrême. Very, very much like my scent of the day yesterday, actually, which was Amber Sultan. I think I'm going to do a top 10 ambers. People like the top 10s. That video from yesterday is doing dead well. Like, it's got nearly 1,000 views in a day. That's a lot for me. You know? That is a lot for me. So, happy days. People are encouraging us to do more top 10s, but I don't think I'll be doing shitloads of top 10s. I'm just going to continue to make perfume videos that I want to make, to be honest with you, and doing live streams. I like coming in for a chat. One of my favourite things. That's close to Amalfi. I can't wait to go to Sorrento this summer wearing Figo di Amalfi. Boss is going on a world tour, or at least a European tour. Oh, I'm wearing a modern formulation sample of Low 2. What a coincidence. That is a coincidence. How is it? Hey, Rich, I paid 10 mil decant, a vintage queer by Mono Diorio. It'll be on my shelf in 2 days. Happy days. I was smelling that earlier. I haven't worn it this year, which is a shame, but it's fantastic. I've got the vintage. I do worry, though. I do worry because these are no longer being produced, and this is a top fucking leather, this. This is one of the finest of the genre. I shit you not. If you want a properly quality leather, right, Mona Diorio's, like a modern one, but it doesn't smell like like soft kind of kid leather. It smells like fucking hard, smoky. Smells like you've just rescued some like fucking kids. Like you're a hard man with a mustache, right? And then you've ran into a burning building and saved loads of kids from a fire, from a house that's just about to explode. That's what Mona Diorio's fucking queer smells like. But it also smelled like you did it smartly dressed. You know what I mean? And then you walked off into the sunset without accepting anybody's thanks. You know? What a fucking perfume it is. Good grief. Top 10 lavender perfume, says Enrique. Could be done. I'll take top 10s over daily clone connoisseurs. Yes, out of the frying pans into the fire. Yes, there are lots of clones. I watched Ashton. To be fair to Ashton, yesterday he released a video on his Extra Gent Sense channel where he was talking about clones, and I was like, oh no, not clones here too. To which somebody replied, oh, cry more. And I was like, shut up, you prick. And then he did a video today on Gent Sense channel where he was interviewing a perfumer about like the similarities and differences between Aventus and Millicent. And I watched the whole thing. I watched it. It was like an hour long. Watched the whole thing. It was brilliant. It was brilliant content. Absolutely fantastic how they compared and contrasted Clubbed in a Way Intense Man with Aventus. It was a fantastic video. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. And I will hydrate. So I would highly recommend that video to you if you want to watch it. If you're into perfume and like hearing about these things. It was really good. I was very, very taken with it. Thank you, Rich. I know that you and Ramsey have it. I do. Welcome, Nick Walker. You are wearing Sartorial. Good perfume. Carl Shaw's your favourite of the century. Like you said, it would be nice. That would be nice. I replied to you, mate. I replied to your email. I'm sorry I was late. I saw it when it originally arrived, and then I missed it. And then I just totally forgot to get back in touch with you, so I'm sorry. But Carl Charles, I have replied to you, sir. Or madam. The modern smells great to me, very balmy and a tad furry, like a fur coat, says Lavender All Day, love Chanel's boy, says Nick. Expensive. Expensive for a fougere. Sensatura, yes. Gent Sense, that's a surprise. It was a lovely surprise. I really enjoyed that video. I'm telling you, I listened to the whole thing. And I may very well watch it again. Au Noir for best lavender, says Enrique. That's a thought. Stephen Townsend says, Ashton's video with Richard Herpen was really good. It was. Welcome, DJ. Didn't realise he did Oud Wood and Patchouli Absolute. No. Patchouli Absolute's lovely. He's obviously quite into those dark, woody, like, deep perfumes, you know? So, that's a hell of a fucking resume to have, actually. Descend into the absurd, how are you? You are wearing Kiehl's Musk top perfume. Really good stuff. My bottle's up there, I can see it from here. Love Oil. That's what it was originally called, you know. Love Oil. It's got it on the bottle. In fact, I'll read it. Give us a second. I'll tell you who put me onto that. It was Cascade Scents, and it used to be 50 quid for 50 mil. Oh. So our original musk oil is believed to have been created in the 1920s at the Kiel Apothecary, discovered there in a vat labelled Love Oil in the late 50s. Kiel's signature scent was reintroduced to our patrons in 1963. And it is nice, but it's very white musk. It's very clean. On Richie G, my friend Richie G, I get a boozy note from it, off him. It doesn't come out like that on me. Very clean. Do you know of a creamy fougere, creamy powdery fougere? Aberdeen Lavender by Creed. Aberdeen Lavender is a really nice creamy powdery fougere. Le Troisième Homme. Le Troisième Homme by Caron. That's a creamy powdery fougere. Cheers, Mitch. Welcome, Fleet Street Barber. Going with Amawash Overture today. I'm getting a sample of Melt My Heart soon. Looking forward to it. I bet that cost you a bit of money. They are bloody expensive, them. But it's a fabulous perfume. I love it. I love a good musk. Don't worry, Duck. Ashton will see the views and go back to clones. Ugh. I hope that he still hoys them in every once in a while, though. You know? Because it's top content, that. It was really good. Like, as much as, like, I would say that I don't like clone content, I would also say that I really enjoyed that stuff. Like that interview with the perfumer. Apparently he's going to do more. Apparently he's going to do more, so I'm looking forward to that. Salutations, Divine says. Wearing Xerjoff's Naxos. Commiserations. In February, Rich and Eugene should do a live stream about the top 10 oak moss fragrances, says Dushan. Did you try L'Artisan Seville à la Laube? Very interested in that. I think I have. Fosco very kindly sent me some samples, right? And I tried them, but they weren't labelled. Like, they weren't, like, labelled, like, with names. So I had to try and guess between which perfume was which. And I smelled, what I think was Seville à la Laube. And I wasn't a fan. It smelled like hay, like bad grass. Scent's taken over from Jeremy Fragrance. I think that happened a long time ago, if you want the truth. I have the vintage bottle of Seville à la Laube. Do any of your perfumes evaporate even in bottles? I was revisiting some of my older bottles yesterday and the levels look way lower. These are not screw-on types. Fortunately, mine don't, but it is possible. It is possible. Jeremy Fragrance in a downward spiral. Surely he hasn't got much further to go down, you know. Evening all, I got my Joram Studio Scottish Odyssey set today. I don't like them at all. Loud and artificially fruity or just a hot mess. I'll send them on to you if you want. Yes, please, if you don't mind, Tim. I'll send you some Pavarotti as soon as I open the next bottle. It'll not be long. I'm probably going to open it on the 1st of March. So that day I'll knock up a couple of samples for you and I'll sort you out. I wore Angel Share the other day and hadn't worn it for 10 months either. I have Herod, Oud for Greatness, haven't worn for 10 months, says Divine. Seville à la Aube is a brilliant combination of beeswax and orange blossom, pep and like it. You heard about the new Killian? Smells like cola. It has Coca-Cola in it. Yeah, apparently loads of cola fragrances are coming out. I've got M7, Bois de Turkey, and Escada Magnetism for that. But I do like a cola vibe, I must admit. It's just a re-release of a past release. Who cares, says Divine. Boys is one of the lowest rated Killian scents on Parfum. And not even getting me to buy it with €130 for 50ml full retail. Dushan, I want to try that one partly out of the name and association with Spain. Interesting. Yes. You should get Enigma Parfum if you like cola. I'm not buying any Rogers. Overpriced. I don't want to say tat because they're not tat. The bottles are tatty. The bottles are tacky, I should say, not tatty, tacky. And they're very glamour kind of thing, like they're just not. It's not ideal. When's the Chanel exclusive supposed to be released? Next month, I heard. February. Oh, I mean, if you're buying used discount and paying $250 for that is a steal. I've got Enigma Parfum Cologne. In terms of scent, it's on the same tier as that Strange Love that you adore. Ooh, I don't know. Is that L'Eau d'Ombre Extreme on the table? It certainly is. It's my scent of the day, and it is fantastic. Oh, I still love it, even though I sprayed some in my mouth by accident, like a twit. I don't recommend spraying perfume in your mouth. Not a chance. It's a little bit powdery. It's a little bit vanillic. It's a little bit goopy, and soft and gooey. It's a fabulous amber. I just thought about it today when I was looking at my scent of the day. I was going to wear Vanille Havane, and then I saw this out the corner of my eye. I thought, oi, I'm having a swig of that today. Loving the Hermes Essence Mugay more and more. Smells like fresh cut grass almost. I love that category of smell. Jeremy Fragrance drinks Versace Eros, says Nick Walker. I still never tried any L'Artisan. Are they weirder than Surges? No. L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme is really good for winter. I have the same bottle. Jeremy drinks perfume. Smelling perfume is definitely not the worst thing he puts up his nose, is it? I was going to wear Narciso Rodriguez for him today. He sprays it on his tongue. He's a silly man. I'm not wearing Noir Anthracite because the weather calls for a big cold fire. Big cold fire. You're right, yes. And I have to tell you all something. I said I would review Volutes next. I can now tell you that I will not be reviewing Volutes next because I've already fucking reviewed it. Like a fool. I forgot. So I'll be reviewing something else. Maybe Opium Pour Homme. Maybe New Harlem. You know. Maybe Follow by Kerosene. I don't know. I want to review a couple more winter scents before winter is over. Favourite diptyque scent? You're looking at it. It's Volutes. I love this shit. It's fantastic. A little bit sweet. It's just the right amount of sweet. Like, it's sweet, but it's not like sucrose, diabetic kind of sweet. Ugh. There we have it. Favourite diptyque. Latest Onyx Surge seems to be rushed. Like when Sheldry took coffee cigarette break. Latest Onyx Surge seems to be rushed. What is it? Jeremy's favourite scent is Sauvage mixed with cocaine and Nutella, says Boz, who was just slandered Jeremy Fragrance there. I enjoy Eau de Minte by Diptyque. That is nice, but I found it... I like the mint on top of a fougere, but I found the bottom, I found the base of it. I think they're skimped out. On the base. Welcome, Audrey Jane. How you doing? Allow me to do this. I just received Chanel No. 5 body moisturiser in the post. Lovely for these cold winter nights. Is it nice? Like, is it a vintage one? Is it a new one? How's it doing? Have you started wearing your perfumes again yet? How is Bebe? What about Diptyque 34 Rue? It's really nice, that, actually. It's really nice, that, actually. I got the hand soap, and I'm thinking of getting the EDT, says KM. Yes, I really like the EDT. I like the EDT more than the EDP. I think it suits the fragrance more. I think just the way that it is. I use that. I use the EDT in spring. So, sorry, I'm just scratching my head and I think I've hurt myself. Hold on. Where are we? Should I get a piece of me a Pom Hom 50 or 70 mil for 130 euros? I think that is a decent price for it, but I can't really speak on the fragrance because I can't remember it. So, oh no. Excuse me whilst I recline and try not to fall on the floor. A fragrance enthusiast has deleted his message as I was about to read it. Hiya peeps. Welcome DMS. Tried Sycamore EDP for the first time today. Lovely stuff. Apom Hom is discontinued. I'd go for it. It's lovely, says Gunmetal. It's current formulation, says Audrey Jane. Don't trust applying vintage creams. It's probably a good idea. They've changed the caps and it took me ages to figure out how to open. Aisha sent me a video in the end. Oh no. I'm going to apply it this evening, so we'll let you know. Thank you. Is there a Cristal goo? Is there like a... Can you get Cristal goo? Because I'd consider wearing Cristal goo. That stuff's phenomenal. I'm going to try and wear a bit more of that in the spring. Cold green fragrance. Welcome, Wes. I haven't really found a Chanel worthwhile. I struggle with the Les Exclusive. I think their mainline's better. Like, you know, like Antaeus. I've got Vintage Quaterussi, which used to be in the mainline. I've got Sycamore and Coromandel, which I'm not 100% on either of them. What else? What other Chanels have I got? I like the Lezo. I like a few of the Lezo. They're at better price points. You know, I like the Edinburgh. I like the Edinburgh one. I like the Biarritz one. I hate Bleu de Chanel. I tried, but I don't like it. I don't like the Allures anymore. Although I did when I was a kid. Weird. 5 cream should be a great base for a handful of exclusives, says Bob. A Paprika perfume. Weird. Paprika Brazil's actually really nice. It's 50 and 100 ml Paprika Brazil on Parfumo for 100 euros if anyone cares. Paprika Brazil's really nice, like. Not that I know of, although it does say on the website. Individual reviews have their place, seems to have been abandoned. Yes. Ashton's just actually released one there. He's just released one about Altiedo, the Parfum de Marly, which is a shame. I don't like Parfums de Marly's. I think they're a bit crap. They found their way into my local department store recently, and every time I walk past them, I hiss. Just under my breath, but I do hiss. Byredo has turned up at my local department store without pulp, and Bal d'Afrique. I'm like, well, they're the only 2 good ones. Egoist, that's right. That's right. Egoist Cologne Concentrate. Have you ever smelled the Cologne Concentrate, Audrey Jane? I'll send you a sample if you want. Eugene loves Pungine Paprike. I don't know what that is. Sent the days Haltane. Take the Ramsey, says Blind Demand. Take that, even. Thoughts on Platinum Egoist? I cannot stand Platinum Egoist. I don't like metallic fragrances. I don't like metallic fragrances, so I'm not a fan of Platinum Egoist. Haltane is gorgeous, says Nick. I picked this up from a reseller sealed for £32, so I grabbed a bargain. I never pay full price these days. No, it's best. It becomes a little bit like sport, doesn't it? You know? You kind of get to the point where you're like, I'm not paying fucking retail price. I'll just wait and see if I can like lurk and find one. You know? It's part of the fun. Moscow, Antaeus, of course. 31 Rue Cambon is beautiful, according to Pradeep. Les Exclusive is mature, snobby woman aesthetic. Not that I hate that style. Allure Extreme is class, says Nick. Egoist Pour Monsieur. Ah, yes, I've got Pour Monsieur EDP as well, even though the EDT hates me, which isn't very nice. Haltane certainly isn't bad, says Boz. Pradeep, I will buy a decant of that one, thank you. Allure Sport Extreme is a nice creamy orange I enjoy, says Spaced Out. Welcome, Tripler. Tested Caron Eau de Réglisse last night. Very nice. Next up is Brenda Réglisse. Are you just going through all the Réglisses? I'm looking forward to wearing Chanel Boy and Paris Biarritz in the summer. I'm starting to get, I mean, it's the middle of January, so I'm still balls deep in the winter game, you know. So I'm trying to wear as much winter perfume as I can at the minute. I'm just going with what I want to wear instead of going for things I think I should wear. I wore Vintage Fahrenheit. So far this week I've worn Vintage Fahrenheit, Amber Sultan and L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. And loving it. So I'm going to continue on my way with my winter perfumes at least until the end of February. And then on March the 1st, we will be doing a rotation stream. 31 Rue Cambon is a shipper. Yes, a great one. Nice Vetiver Patchouli base. So classy, says Audrey Jane. Are you making any progress with your transition to Parfumo? I am. News about base notes, if anybody's interested. I heard about it. The guy is saying that he's close to giving up with base notes. He's not ready to sell it, but he isn't I don't think that he's going to be doing any updates. It's becoming very hard. In fact, I'll read his statement. But Base Notes is the OG, let's be frank. Base Notes is the original perfume nerd website that's been around for 25 years. The guy who runs it deserves immense credit. My opinion is, from what it sounds like, and it is an outside perspective, and I'm not an expert and I'm not invested, I think he might have run out of ideas, and he might have run out of time and resources, both financial, emotionally, intellectually. But it's his baby, you know. It's his baby, and he deserves to be able to do what he wants with it. But if I was him, I'd pass it off to someone else. I'd sell it to someone else, pass it off, let somebody else have a go with it. Because it sounds like he's taking it as far as he can. And it feels like, just from the outside, like I say, I'm not an expert and I don't want to tell him what he's doing. But it feels like it's become more of a problem for him than an outlet. You know, it's become like a millstone around him. I understand he doesn't want to give it up, and I understand he doesn't want to stop, or he's not ready to let go. But I think it might be best for him and the website and everyone who uses it. Like, so classy. Are you making any progress with any position? Any note and angry sheep are more rounded with patchouli. Boys, I will flog your ass, tripler. That's weird. It's not surprised. It's still winter here. It certainly is. Boy, it's water to me. Smell nothing, says supply and demand. It is weak. Jacob was saying that the original year it came out, it was like the best version of it. But it's hard to find a year-specific bottle. Belvespiro will be my spring green scent. Performs well even in cold weather, says Nick. Oh no, I just started using the forum. Yes, Reglisa's Monduc. The Caron is a zesty licorice citric cologne. Really enjoyed. That's interesting. Zesty licorice citric. I wanted to get Belvespiro, but the last few price increases are way too much. Yeah, it's disgusting. You'll be paying £1,000 before in our lifetime. Them bottles be £1,000, you know. It's fucking disgraceful. I remember when they were £250 for 200ml. Belvespiro transport me into a green field. Welcome, Micah. Duchenne about decanting kid at 10ml. Maybe my favourite last exclusive. I find boy radiates off my skin for some reason. Look at you. Baby. Rich, I bought that baby a cow. Ooh. Can I see the cow? If you show me the cow, I will show you a llama. I'll swap. Licorice is the worst note in perfumery, says fragrance enthusiast. That is, I like that. Just let's not fuck about here, right? Licorice is just the worst note in perfume. I actually like a little bit of licorice every once in a while. I like it in the Smalt Au Pour Homme. I like it in Au Noir. But I didn't like it in Lolita Lempica's Au Masculin. I was like, ooh, what? It just didn't, I don't know why. I will go sleep with boy, says Nick. I wouldn't be admitting that on the internet if I was you. Hi, MM. I remember you said you were not a big fan of Eau Sauvage. What is your favourite style in that style? I like Eau Sauvage. It's Sauvage that I don't like. I've got a bottle of vintage Eau Sauvage. The modern one's just not great, but the vintage one's fabulous. It's got a massive zesty oak malt, a massive zesty bergamot at the top, and it's got this lovely oak moss, green, dry, fresh kind of base, and it's amazing. But the modern versions are shit. The modern versions are just shit. They're just, because they don't use the same quality ingredients, it's fucked the perfume. If I was in charge of a perfume house, or if I was in charge of releases of perfumes, I would discontinue stuff before I would discontinue perfumes before I reformulated them poorly. You know, Like, I would like to think I would anyway, you know. I'd just be like, look, you're just gonna have to, go without. Sorry, I won't bastardize things. I just disagree with the philosophy of that feedback loop, that every time you reformulate it, it gets away from the original perfume exponentially. So by the time you've reformulated, look at Koros. Koros is still better than 90% of what's on the shelves these days, and probably more than 90%. Modern Koros, if you can find it. But if you compare it to the original, or even the first reformulation, it's like it's being transported to another dimension, you know? I also think there's a lot to do with which version you smell first. So if you smell the modern version first, you will automatically be attracted to that quite a lot. Like I was with Antaeus. I still love the modern. I see Duncan's wearing 2018 Antaeus. Welcome, Duncan. Like I still love the modern Antaeus. It's fucking brilliant. Like I might wear this tomorrow. I get a lot of patchouli from it though. Oh, like a skanky patchouli. Like a leathery, skanky patchouli. Chanel really do quite well with their reformulations, actually. But that's because they've got an in-house perfumer. And I think that makes a big difference. Someone's emailed us. Biscuiteers? I bought Richie J a hamper for his birthday with some biscuits. Rich, I saw 2 bottles of Derby for €800. I just sent you a photo via WhatsApp. Let me see. Yes, you did. That is one. Well, one of them is a 30ml because I've got that one with the gold cap, the splash, and the spray is a 50ml, which has about 10ml taken out of it. So you're talking at most, there's about 70ml there, maybe 60, 70ml, and they want €800. They should be shot with shit. That is not a great deal, my friend. Don't buy it. But thank you for sending us it. I paid 200 quid for. I paid 800 quid for 200ml, and it's in perfect condition. Food absinthe has a nice licorice note. Yes, I've heard that myself. Evening, Andrej. You are wearing Les Indomables Patchouli Noisette from a sample. I thought about wearing Patchouli Noisette today as well, actually. That, Vinay Havan, Narciso Rodriguez for him, but I went with Food Absinthe. No, I went with L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. Don't even have Food Absinthe. I'll go to sleep with the boys, says Nick Warway. Sauvage Elixir is class. Not for me, Nick. It's the best of the line by a considerable distance. Let's not take the piss. It is the best of the line. But I don't like the line, so it might not be worth listening to me when I talk about Elixir. I like Sauvage. I just don't like them. I'm in modern Quater Russi today. My girl hates it. My sister hates it. And my father complimented me. Oh my God. He hates perfume. It was weird, but I love the perfume more now, says Dropout. It's a good if you love it, you wear it. Fuck them. Sexy Cherry with Almond by Girl On is to die for, says Nick. Oh, sorry, I've read that. A lovely currant. Seaweed, red apple are my least favourite, says Nick. Seaweed's a bit grim, isn't it? Dirty, green, salty bastard. Horrible. Wish I could find a bottle of Derby, says Micah. There's one out there waiting for you, mate. Don't worry. It'll turn up. Just be patient. Spritz the sample of Eau Sauvage Extreme today. This is a solid summer perfume. Citrus evolving to elemi. Ooh. Discontinued before reformulate. Agreed. Yeah, I must admit, yeah, I would probably do that. Like, I'd like to think I would do that. Charles of the Ritz Koros is the strongest. It's the best. It's the best. It's the original, you know. All the others are imitations. They're reformulations. They're not the original. It's the same with everything that's been reformulated. This Ambra Sultan is not the original Ambra Sultan. This has been reformulated, you know. But I love it because it's the first one I smelled. Like, if your initial impressions, first impressions are the first impressions can be deceiving, but first impressions are still very important. We are human, you know. What to hoard now, which will be rare and sought after in 30 years from now. Whew. Hard, because everything's so expensive now. Everything's so expensive. Those Serge Lutens, those old Serge Lutens, these bottles of the Serge Luton are worth seeking out. But the prices, I saw a 50ml that had some missing of Santal Majuscule, just went for 165 quid. That's like over twice what I paid for mine. Awful scenes. I'm looking for reasons to hate the Labo, or my wallet will hate me, says Spaced Out. Eau Sauvage Parfum 2012 for fall and winter, and 2017 version for spring and summer, says Enrique. I like the Parfum and I wear it for spring and fall, or autumn as we call it. In-house perfumers take care of reforms, yes. Nick says, wore the inimitable William Penhaligon yesterday. Grassy citrus and powdery vetiver, lovely. The Labo was a nightmare brand. Thank you, says Dushan, no problem. A heads up, if you're in the UK, don't use a discounter code Look Incredible like I did. Looks like I've been burned and need to get my money back off the card company. Oh dear. What's happened there? Do you wish to expand, Mr. Wilcox? The sample for Sartorial has been out of stock here in the States from their website for a good 3 months. Says, most of the Labos are uninspired, but there's a couple I like. I got 8 Derby Eagles for $200 last year. That's incredible. Eaglets, the little ones, yes. That's still incredible, to be fair. Absolute pickle juice nightmare. Picked up a bottle. The one I like from the Labo was one. Speaking of seaweed, the new Oud Mineral is rotten. I thought it was okay, but it's not something I'm going to spend any money on. I feel like Cologne Official may appreciate over time. I'm thinking of a backup bottle. Seriously, I am. I'm going to rifle through that stuff in the spring and summer. I know it only came out last year, but I don't know how long it's going to be around for, because it's one of those perfumes that's linked to like another brand. So if him and that brand fall out, or if the contract runs out, what's going to happen to the perfume? And I don't know. I don't think he's a big discontinuer of perfume as Healy, but I always get like that. I always get like, oh, they're going to take me perfume away from us. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want me perfume to be taken away by like the brands, because it's happened so many times before. It's upsetting. Why do they keep trying to resurrect Oud Mineral? Fuck knows. Friggin' enthusiast. What did you say? You've deleted your message. Parfum, Cologne Official is for old souls. Absolutely. Boz is back. Tour de Hermes smells like rotting, dirty orange peel, says Nick. I like Tour de Hermes, I just don't wear it very often. Speaking of seaweed, I'll trade my Costa Azura for any partials of CH Privé or Fev or La Yucawam, says Bob. How's the latest version of Tour de Hermes Parfum? Does it last? Yeah, it's fucking brilliant, Tour de Hermes Parfum. Favourite mint-based scent? Maybe Montfresh, Roadster, Metropolis by Estee Lauder. I do love a good mint. That's Robes Await's influence, that. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. He loves a good mint. I remember when he first started talking about mint and perfume, and I was like, mint and perfume? What the heck? And then I tried a couple, and I was like, oh, fuck, now it's in Roadster. So I used to wear Roadster ages ago. And then I was like, oh. So Healy, yeah, Healy's Montfresh. It's a brilliant perfume. A little bit creamy. Probably Roadster for mint. Yeah, I love the bergamot and mint at the top of that. Makes it smell like apple. But it's not. If you sit and smell it, you know it's not apple, but it smells like apple. It's got that zesty, zingy, green kind of thing. They claim my purchase is with a courier, but don't say which, and claim to be having problems giving tracking numbers. That was Monday. No word since, no response. Get your money back, fuck them. L'Eau d'Hiver, if I spelled that right, has a nice minty geranium. Geranium Pour Monsieur, that's a nice, lovely mint. Is Healy mint a creamy mint? It is a creamy mint. I went to the Cologne Aficionale jogging boutique in September. We'll get his bottles. A mere hint of mint will send the duck a quacking, says Trip. That certainly will. Love Beach Hut Man, very good green mint. Welcome, PK. Good night, Frank. Night shift. Oh, Ralph Lauren's purple label. Outrageous. Is it good? Purple label, good. PK is wearing French Lover. I also want to try H24. Nah, it's shite. I don't like H24, I must admit. I think it's crap. Metallic, green, weird. Like a, do you know like blue fragrances? You know the way blue fragrances are? But imagine instead of them being blue, they're green. That's what H24 is for me. Good but weak, says Frank. Oh. Whoops, not L'Eau d'Hiver, but Geranium Pour Monsieur. I love Geranium Pour Monsieur. It's an incredible fragrance. I don't like dirty orange peel on my skin. Right, I'm going to go and dehydrate, friends. Micah, stop people from leaving. I'll be back in a minute. Block the door. I'll be back in a minute. Please hold. One must dehydrate, or one will pop. Oof. I'm back. I'm fucking pissed like a racehorse. My God. Okay. So. Ooh. Well done, Micah. Not many escaped. Thank you. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, I need to go and pick up some water as well. Oof. Where can you find Healy's fragrances in the UK? Harrods, they were in Selfridges, but I might be wrong. You might have to buy them from the website. Or Les Santels has them, I think. I need to do... Welcome, Dimitri. How are you? Dimitri. I hope you are well. Right, let me check the chat. I need to pull my phone out my pocket. Sorry, friends, I'm being very, very absent. An absent host. Okay. I do think we need a portrait of a lady flanker for men. Portrait of a lad. Healy has a number of options as well. Does anyone know if Eugene is still doing all 3 samples for the price of 1? I don't know. Does anyone know that? I don't know that. Could be. He could be. Ask him. Reach out. He doesn't bite. He's very friendly. I might go order Healy Mint one online now. You can order samples from the website. Get a sample set from Healy. They're great. Yeah, I'm gonna buy all of them. Man, having to pick 3 more cents to sample out of their amazing lineup is tough. So far, I've got Geranium Paul Monsieur, Muscle Jour, Music for a While, French Lover, Portrait of a Lady. Fucking just you could essentially throw a dart at a list, you know. French Lover's top 10 for me. Le Mur has exposed me to just how much myrrh is in Antaeus, a lot. That may be why I love it so much. Diptyque Geranium Odorator is stunning. Just second after JPM. Says Pradeep, prefer Pole or Declaration Soir over Geranium Paul Monsieur. Just rather wear those instead of. I like Geranium Paul Monsieur when it's really hot. You know, and I'll never forget it. That year when it was absolutely sweltering, where it was frighteningly hot here. Like, I'm British. Not only am I British, I'm from Northern England, right? We do not do heat, right? I was struggling, and I was dousing myself in that Geranium Paul Monsieur. Absolutely outrageous. Cheers, Frank. Thank you for coming. Oh, excuse me. Top wet. Finished my steroids and my antibiotics today. So we can expect normal service to resume soon. Steroids are fucking incredible. Good grief. Oh yeah, going to test the Healy sample set. If you got less than 5, the shipment of the States is €5, I think. Whoa. I bought Paul for my wife. I needed it more, yes. There's loads of people buy presents for their other halves that they want for themselves, don't they? Healy has a number of options. What other Healys do you recommend? Color Aficionale. The incense ones are quite good. I actually commented about that on a short of his Tripler. Just reach out. So I pulled the trigger and got a sample set. Where can you find Healy fragrances? How are the temperatures? I'm truly ashamed I haven't sampled any Les Abstrait. Gasps. I need to try Rose and Queer. I hated Rose and Queer. And Heaven Wait. I didn't like Heaven Wait either. The $15 was steep to me to buy the first, but all 3 was a great deal. It's a fabulous deal. It is a good deal. It's shipped as well, I think. You know, Declaration Suarez buttoned up patch less pulled than me. Paul is a flanker of Geranium Paul Monsieur in a way. Hello, Rich. Welcome, Pat Lester. Hear me roar. He's wearing Leon. Oh no. Oh, for getting over my cold, says Dimitri. Didn't have my sniffer for a month. What about you? I'm okay now, thank you. I hope your nose starts to work again so you can enjoy your perfumes. My samples of Les Abstrait never arrived, so you're not the only one, Tripler says drop out. Oh no, get in touch with them, he'll send you some more. The labo charges $10 for a sample and refuse to give any free ever, so yeah, fuck them. Ranginosis, welcome to you. Nice to see you on. I hope you're feeling well and happy. I am well and happy. I hope you are too. $13 for the city exclusive samples was robbery as much as I like Mr. Sheen. I wonder if the lab was targeting newbies who aren't familiar. Samples used to be free. There's all sorts of nefarious deeds go on in the perfume world. This is something I have come to realise and not accept, because you shouldn't accept shit like that, but there's all sorts of nefariousness that goes on out there. And the big brands are the worst offenders, you know. The big brands that charge lots of money are the worst offenders. Friends, I haven't asked so far, so I shall. If you would like to like the stream, I would appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. wonder if Healy are at Les Santas, but you can buy direct from them in Paris. I had no issue waiting for a Valentine's Day free posting deal from them. Do they do that? Do they? I realised today I got a letter through the post. I'm going to see the dentist on Valentine's Day. So that'll be fun. Christ. I screwed a Lobo back by only buying them at least half retail. The few that I like at least, says Frank. I don't see anything new on my radar anytime soon. You got a shitload of samples though recently, didn't you though? You got loads of stuff recently. Lobo cheap as chips. Had to get one more 30 magazine for the AR-15. 5 just ain't enough. I don't understand much of that. Same Frank. I think I know what an AR-15 is. 30 round magazine for the AR-15. Maybe Immortal Beloved and but Hokua, not any time. Never bought a Lobo full price. Soon, duck, you see him on fire today. A roasted duck. I'm talking quickly. I don't know why. It might be because I'm cold. It's fucking freezing. The heating's not working either. We ordered some heating oil, right? Because my mum lives in this house and it's not on the grid, essentially. It's not on the gas main, right? And so she's got to get heating oil. And so we'll pay half. I give her like half the money for the oil. And we ordered some yesterday and they were like, right, it'll come next Tuesday. So this Tuesday coming. Not yesterday, obviously not yesterday, fuck. But we ordered it yesterday and they were like, right, it'll be there in a week. And we were like, okay. And I swear to God, it ran out yesterday afternoon. Literally about 6 hours later. The fucking oil ran out. So we're fucking sitting here freezing my bollocks off. Right? Well, I am. And fucking, we had to ring them up this morning and be like, look, the oil ran out. Please hurry. Bring oil. You know what I mean? It's not as if we haven't paid for it. Fucking expensive as well, you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Anyone familiar with Osmanthus Yunnan, I wonder? Dura Rose is, but he doesn't come to this. Doesn't come to the lives anymore, the horrible man. My lineage apparently is North Scotland coast. Cold up there as well, I can tell you. Hermes gave me 2 4mm Vetiver Tonka samples for free. Think it could be my favourite house, honestly. Apparently, according to Pradeep, they are changing their formulations from eau de toilette to eau de parfum. Pradeep was convinced that the new oud from Hermes is an eau de parfum. So they may be reformulating their perfumes, my friends. So that is something to fucking watch out for. Somebody was asking before about investing in perfume. Buy the eau de toilettes as cheap as you can. Because if they are going to eau de parfum, now this is not financial advice, right? So this is just me speculating here. So if you do go out and buy it, it's your own fault and you're fucking stupid for listening to a random fucking man who pretends to be a duck on the internet, right? But if they do change them to eau de toilette, I guarantee you in 2 to 3 years' time, people will start crying blue fucking murder, right? And they will be wanting their fucking eau de toilette back, and the eau de toilettes will go through the fucking roof. The price of the eau de toilettes of those Hermes Essence will go through the roof if it is true that they're going to reformulate from the eau de toilette to the eau de parfum. I guarantee you it has happened before with Chanel. It will happen again. Hard. Osman Thunan is amazing, but it lasts like 30 minutes, says Spaced Out. Heard that Hevington Weight has some similarities to Femininity Dubois. Could be the plum clove. I'd have to smell Hevington Weight again. Pass. Got a bottle of Montana Graphite on the way. Got it for £12, delivered about 85. Well done. £12 for anything these days is good. You know what I mean? We're paying £12 a fucking pint soon. This place in Newcastle trying to charge fucking £9 a pint. There'll be fucking riots. There'll be riots. Heard that the other day. My mate texted us. He was like, I was like, what are you drinking there? He was like, are you joking? For £9 a pint? He was like, they'll be out of business by the end of the week. Fucking £9 a fucking pint. I was like, what? A pint of what? Blood? Fucking pint of fucking the elixir of eternal youth. People would still fucking grouch up here if they tried doing that. Bonkers, mate. London prices, them. They're human, I guess, but they are somewhat different than I like. The Osmoth Unite is painfully weak. It's great and unique at the same time, but pretty wearable. My only full bottle purchase this month was a backup of Equipage Geranium. Love the stuff, says Tripler. Hunted down a bottle of Poivre Samarkand, 200ml for €135. That is a bargain. That is a lot of perfume for 135ml. Well done. Don't let them stop you from liking. Yes, don't let anybody stop you from liking something if it's me or anyone else. I got to get a sample of Equipage Geranium. Great score on the Poivre. I'd buy a backup for that. Yeah, you're essentially getting a fucking bottle for nothing there. Like if you bought two of them, because that's what the retail price is over that. You've paid like half retail. It's an absolute bargain. That. Well done. I'd say I'm not a fan of the fragrance, but woof. Bellamy Vetiver is top stuff. It is nice stuff. Welcome, Pure Benson. How are you? Please come in and get your fix. Frank is definitely going now. Fuck me, it's freezing tonight too. It's absolutely fucking Baltic. It's Baltic. Freezing cold. Oh wow, how did you not foresee the oil going out? Well, I was under the impression there was a lot of oil because my mother checked it. I was stupid to believe her. It should be sitting freezing as well, and it's her own fault. You know what I mean? You can't just be going around fucking pretending there's oil when there's not, or hoping that it's either the oil's run out or the boiler stopped working. So I said to her, I was like, look, you're a silly sausage. What are you going to do? Just ordered a bottle of Monsieur by Philippe Venet. I've never heard of it. Bit of a blind buy, but was cheap and had an interesting review on for £1 ago. We've all done it. Let's not pretend we haven't. Hopefully it will be good and has been stored right, etc. Not as good as the original FCM, where Equipage Geranium is better than the original vintage, says Tripler. Welcome, Nick92 Bricks. How are you? Shout out to you. My homie Ali says he wants to smell good. He smells like goats. Oh dear. What, like the greatest of all time or an actual goat? Does he smell like an actual fucking goat? That's an unusual thing to smell like. Although Prin Lomros would have you smell like a goat if he thought he could get away with it. He makes goat hair tincture perfumes, that man. That is an outrageous fucking thing to tincture. Who thought of that for the first time? I'm going to tincture a goat. I wonder what the goat said. Goat probably headbutted him. The violent animal, you know. Especially if you leave that bollocks on, they'll fucking murder you, you know. Vicious. The new Hermes Oud is EDP, says Pradeep. Pradeep is willing to die on this hill. He could be right. He may very well be right. He's seen a picture that he swears is real. So, who knows? Goats do butt. I know a lot of people who do butt. Horrible butts. You can still get Equipage Geranium new for $125 in the US if you're patient, says Tripler. It's a pity I can't find any of the Hermes Essence on discounters. I got my Vetiver Tonka for £170 and I was buzzing. Her 200ml big unit. I was over the moon. There might be some truth in that. This is the first time I saw Hermes Essence in the grey channels. Yeah. Welcome, FI. Frank says, I'm starting to sway back to OG Bellamy or even Pure Distance M, maybe due to the weather allowing for them to shine. Yes, if your weather situation changes, then you'll start, like, I'm always guided by the weather whenever I pick any fragrance for the day. You know, I mean, I'm British, so I'm extremely susceptible to the weather. $3 Chuck. We may not get EDT at all in a few years, I guess, says probably. Well, you might be right. I think it's a marketing thing, because EDTs from back in the day were extremely potent, more potent than EDPs now. Like, it's such a strange thing that's happened, but I think it's a marketing technique, you know? It's a marketing thing. 67 people are watching. I'm going to get a nosebleed. Welcome, 67 people. Hello. I'm going to get a nosebleed. That is quite a lot. I think the most I ever had was a fluked 73 once. But welcome and thank you. I hope you're having a nice time. Get vintage on taste. That can't be an EDT, however you look at it. It is an EDT. It's just made with better stuff, I think. Welcome, Eugene. Lovely Eugene. Eugene, someone was asking before, are you still doing the 3 samples for $15? Somebody wanted to know. Also, somebody else didn't get their samples. Upsetting. The vintage Timbuktu is the best L'artisan. I still need to come round to it. It's an unusual perfume for me. OG and Taste Monster. Thicker, mossier, castoreum stronger, yes. I prefer real animal bits in perfume, says Duncan. It's got like a tiny baby goat. It's got a little baby goat in your perfume. Raging, headbutting off the bottle. Yes, my Timbuktu OG is better, but the new one is still okay. Pepper's a fan and likes both, but sees a little difference. They used to use goats to collect lab. Yes, that's right. They used to comb it out of their beards because they would eat the tree and they'd get the resin on their beards. Imagine combing a goat's beard. You know the risk. You'd have to be a hard person to do that. You know what I mean? Grab a hold of a goat, like a wild goat, and be like, get it out of its beard. There'd be injuries. Imagine putting compensation in for that. What happened to you, sir? I got a depressed fracture of my skull off a goat headbutting us while I was trying to trim its beard. For resin. Crazy. They used to use goats to collect lab. No, sorry, I've read that. Junior, I don't care for the new Timbuktu. Tomorrow, my favourite bar will smell like pure distance him. Welcome, sense of me. Adam, it is good to see you. I hope you will make more videos and enlighten us and the world to your ways. More male goats are filthy perverts. They use urine like we use frags. Good grief. Beasts. Angry beasts. Balenciaga's almost like an EDP. Yeah, it behaves. It behaves like a modern EDP, totally. It's crazy. It's crazy how it goes. Balenciaga. I wore it the other day. It's so I want to be very clear about this. I wore it the other day, and when I was wearing it, I was like, I love this, but all I want to wear at the minute is like armbands. You know what I mean? And like Balenciaga felt too fresh somehow, which is insane. It's like my favourite perfume. It's not a fresh perfume at all. But I was like, I wish I was wearing something more resinous, something more like fucking cocoa or tobacco oud or like Amber Sultan. Anything thick and rich and dense. You know? So I'm in a funny place. I'm in a funny place as far as what I'm wanting to wear at the minute, you know. Interesting, I found. Knee Timbuktu fruity note is noticeably different. Ooh, your 5 favourite Frederick Malls. That is not an easy question to answer on a stream. I'd have to sit and think about that. Portrait of a Lady, French Lover, Music for a While, Geranium Pour Monsieur, and difficult. I'll have to pick a 5th one. Bear with us, I'll have a think about it. Got my 3 samples 2 weeks ago. The Delayed Excuse is amazing. Definitely my favourite. I also like Bellarmine. Perfect amount of sweetness, says Stephen. They used goats to collect hashish in Morocco. Horses too, says Tripler. When I was a kid, that's what I smoked. We didn't have weed here. We had hashish, and it used to get imported from Morocco and Spain, apparently. My top 5, Frederick Marlowe, Diver, Dante Bois, the Knight. Oh yeah, I like the Knight as well. I need to wear the Knight this week and finish off that sample. Cows are better than goats. I do like a good cow. Audrey Jane said she'd send us a picture of a cow. I hope she does. Hello, Christoph. I hope you are well. I've been to the Rift Mountains. I'm surprised you got out alive. Apparently, there's people go there and just don't come back. Apparently, it's rough as fuck. And that Rift, there's Riff and Kif, isn't there? The two regions, the Riff and the Kif. I can't smoke anymore. My chest just won't allow it. Like, where's the Rift Berbers live? Ciao, welcome, Paul to Femo. I don't know, many years ago, I had some dope that smelled of goat. I hid it in a shoe. Terrible mistake. Germs. Welcome, Germs. Narciso Rodriguez for him. Do you know, I almost wore that today. Spooky. I almost wore Narciso Rodriguez for him today, but I didn't. I don't know why. Well, I do know why I wanted to wear the amber. Lord Amber Extreme. I might wear the Absolute Polar Soir tomorrow. It's fabulous. Don't know, you sounded so scary. Woo! Does geranium pomade really smell like hospitals? No, it's more toothpastey. Stephen Tamton says, I remember hash was popular back in the day. Mental. It was everywhere. It was absolutely fucking everywhere. You could buy it off everyone and their fucking mother. Literally. There were mothers selling it. There was like, you couldn't fucking get away from it, man. And then all of a sudden, just weed took over. And weed's too much for me. Weed makes me it makes us like, it's too strong. I just want to chill out. You know, if I want to get baked, I just want to be calm and just like chilled and maybe it's like play the tape, maybe play like a video game, listen to some music, like chill. I don't want to get so blasted that I'm out my fucking mind and my feet won't talk to my head. Do you know what I mean? I can't hack it. I'm weak in my old age. But I'm sure you can get some certain weeds that do that sort of thing. There we are. Hashish Hom is very dry. Got a bottle of that sitting there for Ramsey whenever he wants to grab it. That's why the Rift Berbers were able to drive out the Spanish mountains so rough to penetrate other Narciso Bleu. Any good, says Silver Panther? Pass, mate. I don't know. Frank says Frank isn't half active for somebody who went to sleep a while ago. No, it doesn't smell like that. It smells like a lot of anise. Anistic smell, which is apothecary mouthwash and barbershop tonic back in the day. Yeah, I wouldn't say that geranium pomme monsieur smelled like hospitals. If you want hospitals, you want something like Gucci Guilty Absolute for me. That kind of dry, chemical. The thing is it makes it sound vile, but it's absolutely amazing. It's got that kind of cleansed with fire kind of thing. Smoky. It's because we have the same birthday. It is because we have the same birthday. You eat goat's cheese. I'm a bit funny with goat's cheese. It's got a funny texture. Had the chance to smell Eau de Hermes the first time ever. What a nice perfume. Do you like it, Rich? I've got a massive... Where are you? Where are you? Oh. Obviously, I've put it somewhere. I've got a massive bottle of it, mate. I've got a big 200ml copper cap. It's a big unit, I can tell you. It's not in there. Oh. Yeah, I do like it. It's fantastic. Try and get a copper cap or a pewter cap. I've got this little vintage here. There you go. That's an old bottle. I think that's an 80s bottle. Thomas and Galen did a really good video where they sat and I think it was called Two Old Men Discuss Eau de Hermes for half an hour. Brilliant. Really, really good. Sadudin, how are you, sir? That reminds me, Dushan, I haven't forgot about hashish. It's just been really busy. When I travelled as a young man in Europe, there was a hash and only hash. Yes, you could buy it at any piazza in Europe. Absolutely. It was absolutely everywhere. Rich gets annoyed. I just can't hack it. I'm just old. Cannabis is best avoided, to be fair. It's linked to mania and psychosis after all. Yeah, I don't do it anymore. Had my time with it when I was young, and I just sort of, it's just not for me anymore. There's loads of people I know who have smoked it their whole lives and lived like totally normal lives, but it's just not for me. I can't, and I've accepted that I can't. But some people, it's brilliant for. Like, Rocky was the blow of 70s and 80s, then it vanished and horrible skunk took over. Yes, I think all the drug dealers decided there was a lot more money in cocaine, so they started selling that, didn't they? If you're going to take the risk of importing stuff and getting a long prison sentence, you might as well make a lot more money doing it. So that was the thinking, I reckon. My beloved Queer Donge can smell Band-Aidy. That's more hospital scent. Oh yeah, scent of the day, Tom Ford, London. Ooh. Welcome, Stephen D. The Leon is perfect, says Dimitri. Ah, Bry. Welcome to you. How are you doing? Eugene, will you do a live stream with Rich about your top 10 oat moss fragrances, says Tushan. Pulp Femo is wearing Tour de Hermes. Bob says my post office will waft of Grand Soir in 20 minutes, depending on the queue. Bury me in it with Balenciaga 2. Eau de Hermes #1. Bury me in it with Balenciaga 2. Yeah, I'm going down with a bottle of Balenciaga pour on. Absolutely, I am. Was that L'Eau d'Ombre Extreme your scent of the day? It certainly was, my friend. Rogue uses oak moss, I believe. I'm not massive on those rogues. I did smell the rogue that the Chypre Siam that Tim sent us the other day. I just don't think they're well made. It suffers from that thing with indies. Like they used large amounts of great ingredients badly. That's just how I feel about indies. Most indies. I've got to say, I'm trying those Darren Allens at the minute, and they're pretty well made. But he's taken like training in grass and like from American, like there's like an American school as well, which I forget what it's called. But he told us he was on his he left a couple of comments on one of the first impressions videos, and I've got to be honest, that Musk Moderne that he's done, that very well might be a bottle in that for me. You know, it smells like vintage Millésime Imperial to me. It's really nice. Like, I was surprised. Hermes was a great house. We'll see how it develops under Nagel. Well, she's been there for a while now. I thought Violette Valenka was a fantastic perfume. It's just nothing I would smell and nothing that I would wear. It's nothing, I wouldn't wear it, but I've got it here. Somebody sent us it, right? I think it was Fliss, actually. Somebody sent us it. And it's in this purple, it's in this, it smells exactly like this colour. But imagine this colour wearing leather. Oh, my God. I'd love to smell that on a woman. That would be immense. Ladies, try it. It's fantastic. Hermes is in the mud nowadays, says Nick. Nick is burying them. Oh yeah, I love that video of Galen and Papa Bear, funniest fragrance video opening. Yeah, they're a great couple, actually. Don't really love Fetch Boron. Only oak moss fragrance I own is Afnan, not only intense. Nope, Hermes is still going strong. New York intense, Derby, French Lover, 8. Bellamy, Diaghilev, Mitsuko, just a few oak moss available. Well, oak moss was all the rage until the 90s. Fougère L'Aube is a great oak moss compliment. Get it too. Duchenne, I'm hunting for Misty O. The Leon was the only fragrance I had to sell after trying it. Too challenging even compared to Interlude, etc. I just couldn't. I just did not like the Leon one bit. Didn't like the Leon one bit. And I really wanted to. It's the same with Shalimar. Like, I really wanted to like Shalimar. And I just didn't. I ended up selling it. I think I sold it to Ramsey, giving me EDT. That'll be over a year ago now. I just don't like the Leon. Loads of people do. And by rights, I should like it because it's a big ambery, resinous beast. But not for me. Not for me. Hermes has had great lyric releases the past 10 years. Bois d'Harmonie for Bry. Only 2 has been okay. Is Derby still available? Frank says FI, sorry. Oh, sex, alpaca. Alpaca, says Dimitri. Anyone sampled Iriston away? Not me. The Leon is pure junk, says Spaced Out, mean Spaced Out. Fighting the good fight. You know what, Moss and Francesco Small to EDT does it for me? Yeah, I fucking love it. It smells like a smoke. It's like a smoke moss. I remember I coined that phrase, smoke moss. Smoky Italian leather base with a cheeky little spicy licorice opening with lavender. It's just a fucking amazing fragrance all round, to be fair. The Merveille Flankers Hermes Essence line, H24 EDT. I like Ojivara too, says A. Since 2014, Hermes has had great releases plenty. I was going to go to bed for real, but come on now, says Frank. Violette Valenca was my number one pickup of last year. I loved it. I really enjoyed Violette Valenca. It's just not something I would wear. And Jardin as Synthery is fantastic, intelligent perfume. Nagel has it. I mean, she's very experienced. It's not as if she's like some commoner like me. Do you know what I mean? She knows exactly what she's doing. She's very, very like good. She's released loads of good stuff. It's just she's following in the footsteps of somebody who epitomized the brand. You know? Like, it must be a frightening task, but I'll say something. That Violette Valenca is extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. And I don't think Jean-Claude Elena could release that perfume. I don't think that's his style. I don't think he could make that kind of perfume. You know? I mean, technically, you could obviously make it, but I just don't think that's his kind of direction. You know? It's not something that would come from the hand, like, willingly. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. Is Ramsey still looking for a mule? He certainly is. If you're going to America, Stephen, let us know. He would very much appreciate it. Like, Antoine says another oak moss restriction is coming. Oh, for fuck's sake. That is terrible fucking news. Nick, what yes, I have a 15ml of Iriston away and I'll be getting a full bottle. The Leon was too much for me too. Can't explain why though. It feels like it gets stuck in your teeth. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I was just wondering. All right, that's fine. King of Sense for sure. Glorious Le Leon, says Nick. What, less than 0% oak moss, says Dimitri. Sorry, if I'm saying your name wrong, Dimitri, let me know. Sorry. Need to try this Iriston away, says Nick. I'm wondering who makes it. Gallop. Bunch of Hermes Essence, several Jardin releases, Terre Fraîche, Voyage Parfum, Bellamy, Vetiver, says Frank. I'll take that bin, says Paul the Farmer. Hermes Essence is awful, says Nick. One would think what old is new for frags. Seems to happen with clothing. Ifra prevents this. Hermes Essence is unbeatable, consistent, amazing aesthetics. They're coherent. They're coherent. There's definitely like I don't know if they've got a director who directs the thing of the perfume, or they just leave it up to the perfumers, but they've nailed it. Like, in my opinion, they've absolutely nailed it. They're brilliant. Like, I don't like all of them, but the aesthetics, you're right about the aesthetic. The aesthetic's fantastic. Very clever, very good, very well executed too. Darren Allen uses large amounts of natural concentrated ingredient. It shows in his work. It does. The 4 I've tried so far, I'm like impressed. I was dead relieved as well. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, you know, because I've shat on indie perfume loads, and I feel bad. I don't want to. I don't want to be a dick for being a dick's sake. But if I think something's shit, I'm going to say it's shit. I've just found that in most indie perfumes just aren't very good. They're not well made, even if they do use a fat ton of fucking like great ingredients. But the Darren Allens smell like well made, genuinely. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, if I didn't know and someone said smell these, I'd have said, well, somebody knows what they're doing and they've made them properly. I was a bit disappointed with the Rose Oud one because it sounded like it smelled. Excuse me. It smelled like generic. It smelled like I'm going to have to release an Oud Rose. That's what it smelled like. I mean, obviously, I've never talked to him about it, like, about his thinking behind releasing it, but it's kind of just smelled like everyone else has made an Oud Rose. I should make one as well. The rose note in it was actually really nice. It was a Thai powdery thing. Again, nothing I would wear. I'm not a big fan of powdery stuff. It feels like chalky. Excuse me. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. 66 watches, 70 at the minute. Bloody hell. Duck trending. Darren Allen used... Oh, sorry, I've read that. Alien, best purple fragrance ever. It is a good purple. I'll give you that, actually. Purple. I love me some Arabic scents. Proper oud and beast mode, says Nick. Not a big fan of Middle Eastern perfume either. I'm always terrified that it's just going to stink of amberwood. That gets chalky on me as well, but in like a different way. It's like black chalk dust. You know, amberwood feels like a anthracite kind of color, like a grey coal dust. That's what amberwood smells like to me. 71, I know. The most I've ever had, 73. Terrifying. Gallop is her best, in my opinion. Gallop's actually really nice. Gallop is a really nice perfume. Any amberwoods you do like, Rich? Yes, there is one somewhere, and I can't remember what it is. Could be in Leather Oud. Leather Oud uses an amberwood, but it's balanced out by like the piss and the honey, the beeswax kind of thing. So I would go with Leather Oud. I haven't worn Leather Oud for ages. I love me some out. Violet Valenka wouldn't exist without Queer Dawn. She might be right. I'm hoping Hermes Essence will appear on my local discounter soon, says Gunmetal. I need to find where to get those Hermes Essence samples. I'm shitting myself now thanks to Pradeep. Pradeep, who was put into my mind that they're now reformulating the Hermes Essence from eau de toilette to eau de parfum. There's going to be a run on them. I'm absolutely crapping it now. Pradeep, I'm sure he's just done this to wind us up, the rascal. I need to find where to get those Hermes Essence samples here in the States. Creator Orange is also calling my name. If you buy a bottle off them, they're usually really good with their samples. 77 people are watching now. That's a new record. Thank you all very much. You are too kind. I feel very small all of a sudden. But thanks. I appreciate it greatly. I need to find Gallop and Agar Ebony are my favourite Najaz. I like Agar Ebony, but I never wear it. I've got it up here, man. Hold on. Where are you? Oh, first one. There you go. I'll put you back, man. There you go. Agar Ebony. And then I've got this as well. I really like the smell of this. Myrrh Eglantine. Right? So I'm a massive fan of this Myrrh Eglantine. It's beautiful, but it smells like shampoo. It reminds me of sleeping next to a woman I was with. And like you'd be spooning, you'd be behind her, and you'd have your head behind her head, and like the shampoo, that's what it smelled like. Myrrh Eglantine. Absolutely amazing, but I couldn't wait. I couldn't put it on and go out because I'd be like, I smell like shampoo, and I mean, it would be even more silly because I haven't got any hair. Do you know what I mean? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. What oak moss is left to restrict? Low atrinol oak moss is a solution that perfumers can do, but the oak moss heavy era has passed. They aren't selling well anymore. I agree. The aesthetic is gone. The ability to use it is gone. The willingness to use it is gone. It's something that used to be in favour, popular, but isn't anymore. And that's just life. That's it. That you've just got to say it ain't so, but it's still true. You know, I don't want it to be true. I love oak moss. I always have. I always will. But it's finished, and it's as simple as that. We cannot deny the truth. You know. What's your favourite iris, says Nick? Ooh. Bloody hell. I mean, that Strange Love, Melt My Heart, an amazing iris perfume. I really like Iris Silver Mist. I've got loads of favourite irises, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't want to pick one out. I would have to have a think about it. Welcome, Fragrance Journey. Thank you. What music do you like, says Elisa? I like a bit of everything. I've been listening to like me Metallica again recently. Been listening to it's been 15 years, but it's been like the Kings of Leon. I've been listening to the old, like the first three Kings of Leon albums were amazing. Each one better than the last, in my opinion. And then they just fell off a cliff. They just turned to shit. They went corporate and fucked it, and their stuff became really bad. But I went to see them live when they released the Sex on Fire album. What's it called? Only by the Night. When they released Only by the Night, and they were the biggest band in the world because of Sex on Fire. I saw them at the height of their powers, and it was fucking brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. It was probably the best gig I've ever seen, and I saw one of Oasis's last ever gigs at Sunderland. But Sunderland's a shithole, but apart from that, I saw them like 2 gigs before they split up. That was all right. But the Kings of Leon gig I went to see, it was so good it almost put us off going to see other gigs, because there's no fucking way that they could compete compared to that. It was amazing. The biggest band in the world at the height of their powers, at the height of their fame. It was amazing. Don't beat yourself up about my name, says Dimitri. Fuck, I'm behind, sorry. I love Shalimar where it belongs and old ladies. I was don't très bras. Eugene might be able to tell you that. A rocker bar is terrible, says Nick. I think it's alright. Iris Dinaway is another Healy. I'll pop in some with the Jorms for you, thank you. Oda Hermes was the blueprint for almost entire of Eleanor's work. He worked under Rudnitska though, didn't he? He worked under Rudnitska. So it kind of makes sense that they would build the aesthetic. Plus, Rudnitska made Oda Hermes, so it makes sense they would build the aesthetic off that. At least it's joined up thinking, you know? I love Rockabar, can't find much chances to wear it though. That is a boss scent, says Frank. Rockabar is unpolished and not refined, says Nick. So you don't get a Michelin star for having Wagyu beef. That is a good point. That is a very, very good point, actually. Rich, have you tried Valden away and Après Lundi? Yes, but I smelled them and I thought, not that I don't like them, I appreciate them, but it's not something I would wear. It's not something I would invest my time in. It's not something I would buy or like wear, even though I do appreciate the fact that they're brilliant perfumes, brilliantly made ingredients in the style of all of that sort of thing. I think Eugene loves them. I think. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think he does. I bought a vintage miniature of a rocker bar today for cheap. I fucking love a good mini. Although it's really because the packaging, it's the yes, the one in the blanket. Yes. I would buy it just for the little blanket it comes with. It's amazing. Oh. Okay, now I have to get Rocker Bar the 2000s bottle version though. 70, says Bob. Yeah, got up to 79 before. 78, 79. Scary. But thanks. Any Amberwoods you do like? Whoa. I have a vintage and modern Rocker Bar. Some say oud. Someone say oud. Where amberwood is used well in the composition. The vintage leather oud's actually quite nice. Rocker Bar generic amberwood, says Nick. They're not like. Rocker Bar's discontinued too? Fuckers discontinued like 10 perfumes recently. Yeah, I think I heard that as well, actually. I think Adam's right. Good evening, manly sense. Stick around, folks. Let's get 80, says Eugene. I'm sure that JCA did the last reforms of Rocket Bar. It's just me. Don't be scared. Welcome, Flavor Sauce. Come on in. Robion must be my favourite perfumer, says Duncan. Transports me to a green grass field. I have the modern version of Rocket Bar. Yeah, they even discontinued the most recent JCA reform. Have you tried on Fleur de Cassis? I have, but I'm not a fan. Powdery must be done well. Yeah, I'm funny with powdery, I must admit. Jardin Mousson is gone too. Oh, I never realised until last week how much honey is in a Ketos Massive. I haven't worn a Ketos for ages. I think I'm going to try and give that a bit of a hiding this spring and summer. I'm going to try and wear that. For me, it's a spring and summer perfume. I don't know why. I think it's like that little bit of fruitiness. Emma's never really used to DC frags, discontinued frags only after COVID. They started pulling so much it sucks, says Frank. Bel Respiro should be in the Lazo line, overpriced for what it is and sort of boring. Pep, welcome. Pep was 77th. Just breaking new ground. All the stars are out tonight, that's right. I love the recent Mars just as much as the originals. Shrinkage happens, Duck. Certainly. I wish I would shrink a bit. Jesus. Eugene, do you have them all? I'm promoting your channel through my perfume, my contacts, and Fragrantica, says Nick. You are too kind. Bel Respiro is a meditation scent. I need to go and smell Bel Respiro again, you know. People talk about it a lot, and I haven't smelled it in a long time. I'm going to go and smell that Comet when it comes out. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Gave Alberto Marias a call earlier and he loves your content. On Fleur de Cassis, I'd be challenging even for me. I tried, still have a bottle here, says Frank. Stream getting more viewers after the top 10 2023. Yes, actually, now you mention it, you're right. Flying back to San Francisco tomorrow, says Duncan. Should have some goodies in the mailbox. Bally Masculine, Descendra, and some other greats from John. Lovely John. Yes, Eugene, don't get how synthetic jungle, Rose and Queer. Music is designer like some claim. Music for a while I really like that perfume. It's very, because of the caramel, it becomes very thick and sticky, and it's a little bit weird, you know, and it thickens up the pineapple too. But I do like it. I found a bottle of Barley's, sorry. I would a girl Gentian today too, can still be found fairly easy. Modest Duck. Past 5 miles are as good as any. Agent Jeremy Haley's, yeah, try telling Philip that, and Frederick Marler's bad frags. Joe Hom, I love Joe Hom. Yeah, Joe Hom could very well be my favourite iris, actually, now you mention it. Even though it doesn't have any natural iris in, apparently. I love metallic. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. The Lazo line is actually priced okay, so is Antaeus. Antaeus is very well priced for what it is, as is Koros. The Letters exclusive line is wild, yes. No one talks about Theseus. Iris and Vector are beautiful together. We got big baby shoe vamp shampoo vibe from Beige. Eugene, you may be happy to know I'm thinking of Descendra as a signature scent, daily routine. Nice. Have you sampled Mint Fresh, says Nick. Although don't it's you. Hopefully the new less exclusive is not shite. Vuka saying outrageous, less exclusive in the fragrance line of the gods. Rumour says Olivia Paul is going to leave Chanel. I've heard that myself, yes. Moon or Comet? Comet with an E on the end. Yes, that's right, eh? Eugenia's beautiful propeller bottle, says Duchamp. We said that Olivia did better perfumes outside Chanel. That is a pretty good argument, actually, Triplet. He's made some really good stuff, and most of it not for Chanel. One of them for Dior, would you believe? Hello, Sandra B. Better late than never. Even Uncut Gem, no shite. Stop being naughty, Bry. Exciting. Other than Balenciaga Pour On, what's the most backups you have? Pavarotti, Dior Homme. I got Night Terrors that they were going to discontinue. When, you know, in 2020, when they brought out the horrible Dior Homme, I was terrified they were going to get rid of like the original Dior Homme, and then they just rebranded it and renamed it the shits. So now he had a heart attack. I'm still crazy that Uncut Gem smells like Prada Amber Pour On, right, Rich? Shut up, Bry. Has to be Koros. Uncut Gem is vulgar to me now, says Frank, and I'm a pretty vulgar guy myself. I cannot deal with Uncut Gem. It's so poor. It's so poor. It's like it's beyond parody. Like, it's not funny how bad it is. You know? It's an ugly perfume in like like it's ugly on it's like ugly on the inside as well. You know, I mean, if you like it, fair play to you. You wear it and be happy. But I smelled that and I was offended, and I don't offend easily. Eugene, you doing any live streams soon? I hope Eugene does some live streams. Gee, Stinkerter. Stinkerter. How are you? Do you have any experience with Sultan Pasha Ratars? Yes. I've got Fougere Noir and it's beautiful. It is truly an amazing thing. Fuck me, they're expensive for a little bit of juice. It's more of a cultural thing for me because I'm used to spending, say, like £100 on a bottle of perfume and getting 100 ml. Whereas with these, you can spend 3 times that and get 3 ml. I know they're used differently. I know they last a long time, and I know all of that sort of thing. But the culture of it, if you want to talk, or if you want to learn more, I know Ramsey's really digging his Atars at the minute. Like he's going down that road big time. He loves that stuff, and he's getting really into it at the minute. So I know Eugene did an interview with Sultan Pasha, and I think Ramsey did one as well. He is a good guy, and he seemed in a really good place the last time I saw him getting interviewed, which I think was by Ramsey. So I was happy about that. You know, I've done a complete U-turn on Hemington Weight. I think it's quite nice now, says Germs. Clove. Too much clove. Too much clove. By Prada Amber Mid Deluxe. I found a 75 ml bottle of Prada Amber Pour On the other day. I was like, what are you? What is this madness? Is that like an old size or something? I mean, the guy wanted silly money for it. I'm not paying that. But also, if you're going to buy Prada Amber Pour On, get the Made in Spain version. Because they're the ones by Puig. L'Oreal bought the license. I think it was L'Oreal. And L'Oreal, they are become death, the destroyer of perfume. You know what I mean? Awful. It's present just a bit too simple to show. I wonder if the new live exclusive will clean my sink. Hemington Weight, the dry down of Hemington Weight got me. 4 100 ml, 330 ml shower gel, 100 ml aftershave. There's nothing compared to the duck that hot says Frank. Hot and cold spices. What do you get? Well, you got the Squat Mike. I've got 2012 ship with Palatine. What's the greatest line of all time according to you? Says MM. That is a hell of a question. Music for a while is fantastic, says Brian. That's a great example of unique modern perfumery. I don't know I've tried anything like it. Yeah, that's a good point. Finally, from Brian, after all those misses, he finally got a hit. Anything in particular looking for? John? YSL Tuxedo is truly the GOAT, says Nick. Make you try that Immortal Beloved yet? Maybe. What I'm trying to do, DJ, is I'm trying to get through those Darren Allen so I can send them to you. So I might smell all of the ones you sent me after I've done the Darren Allens. I'm going to do another video either tomorrow or Friday, and that'll be the second last one because I'm going to do 3 videos on them. So bear with us, mate. I'm pulling a little bit of my collection all over the place, says Mike. It's the best way to have your collection, a bit of everything. So you can have stuff at hand. Music for a while is stupid, loved it, and I got sick and tired of the spicy, syrupy pineapple, and low quality lavender. Do you really like Tuxedo? Because I really enjoyed it, says Frank. I'm not a massive Tuxedo fan. I had a splash, but I gave it to my pops. Curtis Jean Handel, Chanel, and Dior at the same time. Fuck, I super lazy. Couldn't believe how bad the new look is. Ridiculous. He really was a bad choice for in-house perfumer at Dior. They should have gone for someone young with ideas and someone who hasn't achieved success and was hungry and wanted to take the perfume house they went for the safe bet. They thought Curtis Jean's going to make another Baccarat Rouge. They thought they wanted name recognition when they should have gone for a Jean-Christophe Herault. They should have gone for a Julien Rasquinet. They should have gone for a younger perfumer with a bit of anger and spite who wanted to make stuff that, like Dior does, perfume to piss your parents off. That's what they should have done, but they didn't. They completely bottled it. Sex post office worker not here, so much for the grand swallow. With all the green fragrances Mal just put out, how can they be accused of selling out? Anyone's sampled YSL Carbon, reinvented pheromones as ramping for dirty sexiest perfumes, got to check out the house. Vintage leather rude and a deliberate excuse of the best clothes I've smelled, says Stephen. How do you get the Sultan title? I wanted, says Tripler. You can buy titles in this country, apparently. If Ramsey really likes an Attar, that must mean something, because Ramsey loves his sprays, rightfully so. So Eugene's interview with Sultan Pasha was really inspiring talk. You can tell he's a passionate man. He really does actually care. Both Eugene and Sultan Pasha. Discovered a site, I think, called Arabian Scent, selling the original Amouage Attars. I have no clue where to start, though. Al Andalus is one of the best smelling things I have ever smelled in my life. Sage, lavender, beautiful. Absolutely glorious. I highly recommend it. The only worthwhile private scent from YSL is Tuxedo, says Nick. Tuxedo has only worn a cape for in that line. If the rumours are true and Olivia Polish is going to leave Chanel, maybe they could offer the job at Sheldrake, who rightly deserves it. No more nepotism. He's been there for 15 years. I don't know if he's still there, to be honest, because he's done work for other people recently. So Anik Minardo would be great at Chanel. That's not a bad shout. Not sure Sheldrake would want it. Sheldrake would obviously be great too. Yeah, Sheldrake's got the aesthetic for it, definitely. Anyone else love going frag sampling at department stores like Harrods and Selfridges? I think it's one of the main pastimes in perfume, to be honest. Made in Spain, getting harder to find, yes. Shaka Pasha Parfum smells like music for a while, man. It's the pineapple. Maybe spritz it with a Venice. Hoping you have Hecate in your sample set, Doug. Like Camel, but better. L'Oreal is the evil empire, yes. Whenever I get a chance to go to the city, that's one of my favourite activities, absolutely. Curtis Jean is a celebrity, not a perfumer anymore. Yep, you're a gangster now, Dave. What line's that from? That's what Curtis Jean is. You're not a lawyer, you're a gangster now. That's Curtis Jean. He's a celebrity now, yeah, you're right. The options here in the US don't be seen as great as those in the UK and the US. In Europe, sorry. I got a chance to go to the Saints. At the Barbers by Margiela, Leaves going to win the cup this season, says Nick. No. It's probably my new favourite fougere, lovely. Try Invasion Barbar from MDCI, or Barber of Tangiers from the same brand. Anyone smell new look? Yeah, Adam was talking about it before. Should have went Bish mode, should not have went Bish mode. Stop that now. Causing trouble in the comments. The female squirrel playing hard to get every time the studs try to mount, says Duncan. Gabrielle No Canada, welcome to you. How are you? Random Frederick Mall question. Does anyone know if Frederick Mall sells the moon in a travel size? Yeah, I want to say it does. I watched a YouTube video of a guy who went to the LA boutique and bought a 10 mil of the night, but New York said the moon is a 50 or 100. Ah, Al-Andalus is £85. It could be a bargain. It could be a bargain. Yeah. I think it smells beautiful. It's absolutely glorious. Smelled the Pour Femme Basil Uomo. So Basil Femme. Not what I was hoping. Grand Dame. I think the Pour Femme's immense. No, the Pour Homme's immense. It's really good. But yeah, the Amouage Al-Andalus, I've got an Attar never far from my heart. Sorry for a bit of alliteration there. Hold on. What we got? I'm just going to put these two away. I'll get this out, give it a whiff, give you a little rundown of how it is. This is the second version. The first version came in a black box. There it is. You're not getting much for your money. Like, I think I paid a lot more for mine than what you were saying there. Let's have a whiff. Oh, it's so clean. It's so clean. It's all sage and lavender and sage, more sage, all the fucking sage. Oh, it's so clean and fresh. There's a little bit of spice in there. A little bit of floral too. A little bit of maybe some lemon. Oh, it's so fucking good. My God. Oof. Oops. There we go. Does it have good oak moss? It's definitely got oak moss. It smells like the centralized station. It says there's no lavender in it. It's the clary sage. Then the clary sage is given this outrageous, not drier sheet, like laundry kind of cleanliness. That is just so good. So good. At the barber's, it's just nice to spray and go. I don't like smelling it up close. The black pepper can be irritating. No one leaves Chanel. One does not leave Chanel. Chanel can fire you, in my honest opinion. Why would someone leave Chanel? I don't get it. Because they're very, very restrictive. It strikes me that Chanel is very kind of, you have to walk a very narrow path. And I think Olivia Polish wants to create lots of different things. And at Chanel, you've got to smell everything that they've released over the last. They're within a very narrow band, a very tightly controlled aesthetic, you know. And I think it would be quite, if you wanted to make something absolutely outrageous, right? You couldn't do that at Chanel. Maybe Olivia Paul just had all these kind of dreams and ideas. And I mean, he's right up there with the best technical perfumers in the world for the stuff he makes. Well, I just bought it, isn't it, Tim? I hope you like it, Tim. Is it in the white box? You guys do you remember the moment that Rich lost then found this Attar on stream? He opened the box to no Attar. I think I do remember that, actually. I think I do remember that. Red box? Mine came in a black box, and I know that's the vintage one. And this is like a more modern one, but it's not new. So I would have to pass you on to someone who knew more about it than me. Does Al-Andalus remind you of GIT? Only in its vibe, not its actual smell. Which I know is a strange thing to say, but it's got that kind of clean, bracing. Oh, it's fucking so good. Maybe I'm smelling lavender because I'm so used to smelling clary sage and rosemary with lavender. And I'm like prompting myself in my mind. Oh, I do hope I use that a bit. I'm gonna swipe myself all over with that stuff during the spring and summer. Lily of the Valley light cannot penetrate Chanel's auto sister up there. Original Durarm smells so synthetic compared to the newer 2020 version, says Fragrance Enthusiast. It's an unusual. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think the 2020 versions, I think the Durarm 2020, I'm Your Man, I think is a very generic perfume. I think it smells like a bit of everything else, like tapas. It smells like a bit of everything. You know what I mean? It's got a little bit of vetiver, a little bit of cedar, a little bit of isoe super, you know, a little bit green, a little bit fresh. It's very Oh, I don't know what happened there. I hope you're okay. I hope he is, says Micah. It seems Bois Imperial is quite popular on base notes. What do you guys think? Who makes Bois Imperial? Is that the 2020 version is a Frankenstein? Yeah, it feels like overlap of lots of different perfumes to me. I remember being absolutely fucking outraged by it. There was no reason for them to release it in that bottle and call it Dior Homme. It offended us. It made us. It was like what you trying to do here? Do you think I'm stupid? Like, is this what you think? You're blatantly just using up some bottles or something like that. You know, why are you being dickheads? Like, stop that. That's what it felt like. You know what I mean? It felt like I was being patronised. Look, it's the new Dior Homme. It's a completely different smell in exactly the same fucking bottle with a slightly different name. I was like, no, you're obviously trying to play some kind of fucking trick here, and I'm the fucking mug. Like, I know some people came round to it, thought it was nice, thought it was all right, thought it was good for what it was. I just felt like they were taking the piss. That's what I felt like. Oh, there's Iris and Nazarena. You're going to get a scene to as well. Oh, I'm going to wear you a lot during the spring and summer. A delightful perfume. I've smelled neither Bois nor Ganymede, says Essential Parfums is a budget niche house. Bois Imperial is pleasant, value for designer price. For what they offer at the price point, it's not too bad. I laughed at the lady at Macy's when I tried your 2020. Such trash, it's so scratchy. Yeah, I felt like they were making a mug out of us, like. Do you know what I mean? I felt like they were taking the piss. It's not fair. I was just like, what's going on here? This is like a little bit of everything else that's popular at the minute. You know? Like the Venn diagram. That's what it smelled like. It was like they'd taken a bit of which is just all the shit that you smell on the shelves, designer wise. Myself took the piss. Yeah, I really don't like myself. I don't like myself. I don't like that YSL perfume anymore. Not anymore. I don't like YSL as a house anymore. And they used to be absolutely fantastic. They were right up there with Dior and Chanel. You know, YSL went off the rails when they released L'Homme, La Nuit de l'Homme. I reckon more gals bought Dior Homme 2020 because of Robert Pattinson. I think it was one of those ones that where they were hoping the face of the perfume. They were hoping to do another Sauvage with Johnny Depp. Had to sniff it several times to reassure myself how bad it was. Yeah, poor perfume. Very poor perfumery, in my opinion. Myself is an absolute travesty. It is really very bad, actually. Oh, there's 51 people watching and 51 likes. That's nice. We like that kind of thing. A little bit of symmetry. My wife bought myself for me, says Maker. Yeah, you've got to look at the Y line. You've got to look at I still love it. It's tough, you know. Rich, do 10 minutes of praising myself to see what the numbers do. I shall not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know. I shall not do anything of the sort. I really need to dehydrate or I'm going to burst. Give us a second. I'll be back, friends. Oh, yeah, look at this while I'm away. The Colour of Bloodline by Anne Tenley. Oh. I have returned once again. I am back, but not for long. Oh, sorry. Let's have a look. What we got? Guess I'm not a fan of Dior, says Duncan. I'm not anymore. I used to be. I used to think they were my favourite house, and now they're not. Okay, but every brand got restriction now. No one allows you to make crazy shit. They're all pumping Amberwoods. Olivia should work for an indie brand then. Don't know. I think you should stay put. There's plenty of room to do. Like you could go the Antoine Lee route. You know what I mean? He could become a perfumer and take commissions. People would flock to him. Imagine. You know, niche brands could use it. He could do a Frederick Malle. Imagine an Olivia Paul's Frederick Malle. He could go to Guerlain, kick out Jelk, and let Vasa retire. Did you try Rosendo Matcha number 5? Which I did, and I sold it, Louis. Louis Reyes, welcome to you. I did. I sold it. It was a little bit eye-watering. It was a bit too much for us. My cat telling me to go to bed before I spend any more money, says Tim. I should fight back. Excuse me. I don't have any silver stem. I don't have. I swapped my 2012 perfume for Desandre. Guess I'm not a fan. Some brands you're just not a fan of, like me with Xerjoff. I just think they're all shit. From what I've tried, I'm just not a fan. I'm wearing parfum to watch Healy interview. Is that? I think I watched a Healy interview recently too. Watched a Healy interview and he said there will be a vetiver restriction soon too. How's that? How the fuck have they just come out with a vetiver restriction, right? It's been used for centuries in perfume, and now all of a sudden it's persona non grata. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's going to have to discontinue Vetiver Veritas because it's 90% Vetiver. Oi! Scary. I will have to try that. Yeah, Asian Vetiver will be restricted, I've heard. Oh, fuck off. That'll go well down. That'll go down well in Haiti. You know, the Haitians will be absolutely buzzing off that because it's not as if they haven't had the shit kicked out of them over the last 15 years anyway. One of the biggest earthquakes in recent times and then a massive civil war. But, you know, don't let that stop you banning their main export. I have Dior on Intense with the Iris, but it's 2019 bottle. I never wear it. My taste has changed. Yes. A Scallon Haiti is such a fine vetiver. Oh, sorry. Hello, Bronick. How are you? Might or I wear Dior on Intense right now. The original batch of Scallon Indonesia is good. It's going to be my hot day banger in Florida. It's perfect for that. Yes, I'm looking for that Healy. Has anyone tried Sheepra 21 by Healy? Healy of the Valley? Yeah, Haitians always get the shit end of the stick. Yeah, it's not fair. How's that? You know what I mean? Let's just cut off that fucking main export to the world. You know? That'll help. Fucking dickheads. Everybody always kicks downwards, that's why. You know? Everybody always takes shit out on people at the bottom because they can't stand up for themselves. It's disgusting. Fancy getting rid of Haitian, but fucking bunch of bastards. Right, give me these tablets. Give me... Oh, what am I doing? There they are. Give me these tablets. Oh, there we go. Did you like looking at the back of that Healy bottle? Nice, isn't it? The colour's outrageous. The smell's incredible. Oh, a creamy, bright red sunset. 53 watching and 53 likes. Who's buying bass notes? Somebody should. You should restrict ingredients like alcohol by age. Example, you must be 35 if you want the vetiver and oat moss. 21, you get the vanilla and jasmine. It's not a bad point. Pulverell's interview with Eugene when he talks about vetiver was fascinating. Maybe that was Persola's. You can get the Castoreum at 40. They want to consolidate the naturals and push the synthetics. Absolutely. Absolutely. They want to push their synthetics because there is a bigger margin for them. The scandalous bastards. And on that note, my friends, I'm going to sleep. Well, I'm going to bed. Perchance to dream. I have enjoyed tonight. I think we got up to 79 at one point. I will be able to tell after the stream. And it's been immense. I appreciate it greatly. You are far too good to me. I don't deserve how good you are to us. And thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming and keeping me company. I will be back. Next video is going to be the Darren Aaron, which I am now looking forward to after the first lot because well made. So I will see you the next time. Good night, my friends, and thank you very much. Whoa, that was mint.